Somebody asked, why all these people want you to make an OF? That's a great question. Maybe it's just because I am an attractive individual. I'm gonna be answering all the questions you asked me on my Instagram story poll. If you guys have left a question, you will now get the full detailed answer on this video. So make sure you stay tuned because I'm answering every single question that I have for all y'all. So, alright, the first question is, what's the average cost to live in Bali for a month? Now, this could differ depending on where you're living at, which location you're staying at, how much you're eating, what gym memberships you have. But I'm just gonna give you an answer based off my own expenses. So my bike is about 1.8 million rupiah per month. So if I was to break that down in Canadian, that is about $140, right? So that's my monthly cost for my scooter / transportation. Gas is around 80K a month, so that's like $5 for gas for my scooter, right? So you got 5 times 155, so that's like 155. But the most expensive part is my food and my Airbnb. So Airbnb, if you're staying in a guest house, which I was staying at before, I was spending like $500. 500 plus a 155 is 655, and then you got my gym membership, which is like about another $70 a month. So you got 720. Food, shit, this can. Right now, I'm on a budget, but back then, the first 2 months I was here, I was spending about like $900 to $1,000 on food a month. Now, I'm gonna be spending at least like around $300 to $400 a month. So if you add up everything, it's around like $1,000 to $1,200. All the prices in total, right? That's usually the rough cost if you're like coming here as a solo traveler. You are trying to go on a budget, like live life on a budget, like around $1,000 to $1,200 Canadian dollars. It could be a lot cheaper if you're coming from Europe, or if you're coming from the UK, or you're coming from like the States, right? That's a lot cheaper. You could be spending around like 900 to like 600 USD. The next question is Bali a safe place for people of color? Yes, Bali is safe for people of color. I say that because they have a community called Black in Bali, and basically Black in Bali is an event where literally only colored people, it's mainly colored people in these events, but it's like everybody goes to these events, right? They got R&B nights, they got Afro roots. Everybody loves colored people here. Like they love Amapiano, they love Afro music, you feel me, Afro beats. Bro, Balinese people are literally black. They're literally like black people, right? They just are from Asia, you feel me? So yes, it is a safe place for colored people. Only thing is there's a majority of Australians, Europeans, and people from the UK that come here. But if you are a person of color, it's not like you're gonna be standing out, because there's a lot of people of color that are living in Bali actually. The next question I got asked is, what area do you recommend getting a B&B at in Bali? I recommend getting a place if you're trying to like have a good mix of everything, like city life, best foods, best gym. I wouldn't say the best beaches, but everything. Come to Canggu, right? This is the place where you'll meet everybody. You'll be able to go to the nice gyms, best restaurants, like all of that type of stuff, and the convenience of everything is just right around the corner when it comes to Canggu, right? Ubud is a very like boring spot. It's more so for like the spiritual hippies. They usually go there for their retreats. If you're trying to be like in isolation and solitude, go to Ubud. Uluwatu is like a surfer town, so people just like to go there for like the beaches, more laid back, more slow life, right? And more so like people that just want to like, you know, enjoy the nature and all that stuff. Like that's where like you'll find the best beaches in Bali, right? But I like to go there on the weekends when I have free time, and I like to stay here in Canggu because it's like my main working spot, right? So that's what I would say. Canggu is definitely the spot. Same person asked, how much money would you say you need to be in Bali for a month moderately living? I just answered that. How much would you spend a day? You can spend roughly around $30 to $50 Canadian a day. Somebody asked, why did you move to Bali? What's good there? Why did I move to Bali? That's a great question. I keep getting asked this a lot. The reason why I moved to Bali is because the sun here is just beaming. Let me go to another spot. Now, I moved to Bali because I've always had this place on my vision board. Great network of digital nomads that just be living out here. Wi-Fi, money. So Bali's just like a big hub of just like people who like to do what I like to do, right? Focus on their health, focus on their mind, focus on business and that type of stuff. That's why I moved to Bali, because it's just an easy place to start up your business. As someone who doesn't have a lot of money and you want your money to stretch, you just come to Bali and, you know, make it work out. Somebody asked me how Bali is treating me. Bali is treating me nice. Let's just say that. People here are amazing. Everybody's so nice. I'm building my community, right? Like I have my peoples that I be going to. The energy's just been nice. Like Bali's been treating me good. I only got Bali belly one time. You don't really be getting sick after you get Bali belly for the first time, right? Also, ever since I've been blowing up on social media recently, been getting like noticed like every single day out here in Bali, which is like, it's a cool feeling having some type of like traction on social media. It's just like, yo, I seen your video, bro, keep doing what you're doing. It's a new feeling that I'm trying to get used to. But the thing is that I don't want people to look at me like I'm some type of like celebrity. I'll never be that like egotistical where like I think that I'm better than anyone, right? I'm just like you. I just decided to just document my journey, and Instagram decided to blow up my videos. So it's like, if you see me on the streets and you are seeing this video, feel free to pull up on me, say what's up. You know, I'll always be down to talk. I'm super like easygoing, you feel me? So I won't feel weird if you pull up on me and you decide to have a combo, you feel me? If I'm in a rush to go somewhere, just know I got shit to do, you feel me? So you don't got all my time, but you got some time. On a scale from 1 to 10, how scary was it going from Toronto to Bali? To be honest, it was like a 7. I would say like a 7. Now the reason why I say it's a 7 moving up to Bali is because like it was just like the fact that I was leaving my whole hometown, 40 hours away from my hometown, and like not being able to see my family, right? And being here alone actually kind of like rewired my brain. I had no certainty that I was gonna make my money, right? I genuinely think that like if you're in your 20s, you should at least solo travel once in your life. Like it just does something to your brain, and it changes the way that you think, right? Because of the box that you had, like limiting mindset that you had before moving out of your hometown or country. The world is limitless once you get out of your hometown. 7 out of 10 just because of like my job stability and financial situations. But the reason why I'm very confident though, and like I don't feel that scared, is because I know everything will work out. I knew this is the place where I'm supposed to be in my life. It wasn't that scary of a decision. I pretty much just picked up my stuff and I dipped. Somebody asked me best gym you tried in Bali. So the best gym I've tried in Bali has to be the Wrong Gym. It's just a little bit expensive. It's a bit pricey on my end right now, but I do recommend going to that gym if you're first coming to Bali, because the vibe is nice. Recovery's part is like crazy. The gyms are clean. Like the aesthetic there overall is just the best. I've been to every other gym, Nirvana, Obsidian, even like the cheap gyms like Pukuk Gym Bali. Like I've been to like most of these gyms, and I have to say Wrong Gym got it. It's on this street called Paranon, and Paranon is like the nicest street I feel like in Bali. It's kind of bougier compared to like the street called Batu Balang and like Barawa and all that stuff. Like I feel like Paranon is like the nicest part in my opinion. Somebody asked why all these people want you to make an OF. That's a great question. Maybe it's just because I am an attractive individual. They think that I can just sell my body on the internet because I have some type of clout now. Personally, me, I never drop an OF, even though I probably could make some bands and cheese off of OF if I dropped it right now. But that's just not the route that I'm trying to go. I'd rather make money off of helping people. You feel me? Like I'd rather change people's lives in the process of making money. You feel me? So I genuinely don't know why people be asking me, but that's my say about that. Somebody said you so handsome, appreciate you. Somebody said what was your turning point in life? It's a deep question, and I'm gonna answer that here because I feel like I want people to get to know like my backstory and all that stuff. But for me, my turning point in life, which made me really decide to take this life path of being a content creator slash entrepreneur, was at a young age. I always loved traveling. I started solo traveling when I was 16 years old. My mind was like always just trying to learn more, like better, be smarter, be wiser. I'm always interested in improving myself. I noticed that like if I'm always interested in improving myself and I'm always trying to get better, I can't be stuck in a job. I can't be stuck in a place that has a stuck rate. Like I need a business that can expand with my mindset. Entrepreneurship was like that source where I could kind of express my creativity, right, and express my passion. I don't see myself living any other way, right? I don't see myself living a life of a 9-to-5 job. I see myself always like doing something with my creativity and growing and expanding. I told my parents I want to do this content stuff. I don't care what you guys say. I know you guys, like, my parents wanted me to go to university, they want me to go to school, college, whatever. They're like, this is how you're gonna make a living with your life. And I said, nah, I would rather like die than go to school, right? So I picked up my camera, I picked up my phone, and I just started grinding my content. Now I'm at a point where like I can say my content's been actually picking up. I'm at 22.2 thousand followers on Instagram, and I'm now just trying to start posting back on my YouTube. So you will be seeing me a lot more on here, let's just say that. And yeah, that's when my turning point really happened, when I figured out that like I love content. I've been making content since I was like 10 years old. I love like bringing smiles on people's faces, and that's one of the biggest things when it comes to content for me. Is like, it's like my expression of helping the world, is being able to document my life, being able to like just bring happiness in the world, right? Make the world 1% better through each video that I make. So like I really like do everything with intention, and I do everything with purpose, and I do everything with like a sense knowing that it's gonna reward me in the long run, not something that's gonna just get me results tomorrow. It's more so about the longevity. That pretty much wraps up all the questions. If you guys want to see another video like this, make sure you guys leave a comment for part 2. Let me know what kind of content you guys want to see out here in Bali. I'm gonna be living out here for 6 months to a year, so if you guys have any other questions, any other content ideas that you want to see or just learn more about, let me know, and I'll do it, and I'll drop the video. Also, if you guys want to learn how to grow your personal brand on Instagram or social media, I have a private community. I am helping people grow their personal brand, going from trapped to freedom. So if this sounds like you and you're tired of working your 9-to-5 job, tap the link in my description, and I'm gonna help you go from 0 to 10K followers and start building your own life of freedom. So with that being said, it's your boy Jalen signing out.